Hello, it's Kim Jolene with Finding Your Fiji, and I'm here doing our November reading. I can't even believe it's already November for our Sagittarius folks. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We are going to be doing your theme of the month, and then we'll be working with the Power Animal Oracle deck like we did last month because I'm in love with it right now. And then we'll be working with messages from your angels as well. So we have the Nine of Air for you guys, Sagittarius, in the month of November. And kind of what this is about is it's kind of a wake-up call for you guys to watch what you're thinking, okay? Because what happens with this Nine of Air is it is about when you think about like the worst possible thing that can happen, then you're drawing that into you. And so really, this is an urgent sort of a nudge or a push from your angels and guides to keep your thoughts positive and keep focusing on the good stuff, okay? So it really is about kind of lifting your thoughts up out of that gutter, as it were. Because, when you have a thought about something that can go wrong, then that leads to another thought, that leads to another thought, and I kind of call that downward spiral that you get into, right? And so there's a little bit of a danger that could be happening for you in the month of November. So the idea is to focus on things that will help lift you up. And the thing about it is, if you think about like a cloudy day, the sun is always there. So it's not, even if there are things that are going wrong in your life, it's still, the sun is always behind the clouds, and there's always messages and information for you in what's happening to you. So it's all just learning. And if you can just, take things a little bit lighter and not be so serious and get the rest that you need, that type of thing. So we'll see what else comes through here. But it does feel like a month where self-care is going to be very, very important. And not that it isn't always. I feel like it always needs to be your number one priority. But in the month of November for you guys, with the holidays in the U.S. and all kinds of different things going on, it's really important that you take care of yourself. So let's see what else we've got for you for the month of November. All right. So the past is the basis of the situation, typically things that are already going on for you, stuff that's already happening. We have the Queen of Fire for you, and the fire cards are all about passion and action, of course. And I also think I relate this card to the fame area, because that is the element for fame and reputation as well. So the Queen of Fire is a duality card. On the one hand, it's about a person. On the other hand, it's about a circumstance or experience. The person, when you think of Queen of Fire, fire people are very compelling. This is, as a Queen of Fire, very warm, right? Like they have they're just have that warm personality, and they're confident. They're one of those people that they can walk into any room and feel comfortable, that type of person, and they have that sort of grace and charm and all of that. So this is somebody that you already know. And I feel like this is someone that helps lift you up and helps you see the amazing person that you are, like to see your good qualities. I feel like this is someone that does that for you. And this is really about stretching your wings and flying. So I feel like as this is a past card, I feel like this is something that you're already doing. So you've already sort of, like I call it, stepping off the curb. You've already stepped off the curb, or as some people would say, jumped off the cliff. So you are stretching your wings, and the angels just want to remind you not to underestimate yourself, okay? Because you're super powerful. You can create whatever it is that you want, and it is, you're the only one that can do it your way, right? So assert that creativity, assert that independence, put your ideas out there, is what I'm really getting around that. Okay, and then the present, what you need to know or work on right now, we have the Strength card, which is Archangel Ariel. And I feel like this fits nicely in with the theme of the month being about, keeping your thoughts out of that, negative expectation, as it were, because this is really about, you know, you do have this inner strength, and everything that you've gone through, including what you're going through now, is helping you, okay? And that's helping build those inner muscles, if you will. And so a big piece of this too is to let go of judgments of yourself and others, and particularly of yourselves. I just feel like sometimes, Sagittarius, you're too hard on yourself, and it, you know, you're a lot harder on yourself than you would be on anyone else. And so there's just needing to be some letting go of that. So the, you know, the forgiveness and compassion, and interestingly enough, we'll see if that comes up in the deep dive reading, but there may be some processes for you to do, for those of you that are in the membership, there may be some processes for you to do around the forgiveness piece of things, just to let go of some of this. It's kind of like baggage, like it just feels like heavy to me, right? Some stuff that you're carrying around. And so have compassion for yourself as well as others in the month of November, okay? And then the future card, so if you're following the advice in the present, which is really about, you know, letting go of those judgments, you know, knowing that you're strong, and letting yourself be compassionate and forgive yourself and others. Then we've got the Six of Fire, which is about victory. So this is good news coming to you guys. So it's not all doom and gloom this month, Sagittarius. This is some good things that are coming your way. And what I feel like is it's just, you know, a lot of little bits of fun. And so there's pockets of, I just keep showing me like these little pockets of fun, pockets of good things, okay? So even if the whole situation that you're going through hasn't completely resolved, there's pockets of good things. And so focus on those, really focus on that piece of it. And I do feel like you're going to be getting some sort of recognition publicly for, you know, some of the things that you're doing, either, you know, in work. It can definitely be in work, but can also be in other areas of your life as well, where you're just sort of getting that, that pat on the back, right? Okay, so let's take a look and see what animals are coming through for you in the month of November. All right. Oh, they're throwing that on the floor for me. Okay. So we've got the dove, which again fits in beautifully with what we've been talking about, right? So the dove is serenity, and this is about slowing down. It's about breathing, okay? So when you get your undies in a bundle, when you are, you know, upset, or you get in a situation that doesn't feel good, the best thing that you can do is just remember the dove's advice, and it's like, just breathe, right? Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your mouth. That's a really good cleansing breath. We call that a, I think that's the water breath when we're doing the Sufi breathing. And so it really is, you know, you can imagine that you're drawing up that energy in through your nose, and then blowing out anything that no longer serves you, right? So this is really just slow down, you know, take care of yourself type of thing. Okay, and then we have the whale, which is soul's path. Okay, so I'm going to call a few of you out on your stuff right here and right now, because I think many of you know your path and you're not following it. So this is a push from whale to follow your soul's path, because you came here to do some stuff, and what are you waiting for anyway, right? The timing is never going to be exactly perfect. There's never going to be, you know, a time where nothing else is going on in your life. So, you know, just let go of that and just get started, right? Honor that and start moving towards that. It's super important. Okay, and then we have the wolf card, which is the guardian. And the wolf is sort of that protector for you, and is wanting to let you know that you are safe, right? And that at all times you're protected, and you do have a, you know, an energetic shield around you with your angels and your guides, and anytime you're feeling unsafe, it's just ask them to come in and reassure you, right? connect in with the wolf energy, which is about, you know, really taking care of the pack, right? You know, the wolves take care of themselves in a pack, and they're always sort of protecting one another. So that is what we have coming through around that. Okay, let us see what other little messages we have from our goofy angels, as I like to call them. These are angels that you just don't always hear about, and so that's why I affectionately call them our goofy angels. So we have Rosetta. I like this one. Angel Rosetta is just coming through letting you know that you are meant to be working with young people, okay? So young people can be children, it can be young adults, but young being the operative word there, right? And so this is really, you know, part of this can be, for some of you, it's just about parenting, right? So raising your children. So that can be how you work with children in your life. For others of you, you actually are going to be working with other people's children as well, right? And so what I'm getting around this is that it's sort of a central or a core part of what you're meant to be doing. And so I feel like that's sort of a basis, and you may do other things, but it's like that's a super important piece of why you are here, okay? And then you know, teaching them the things that you're learning is really important, because you know, if you're like me, you maybe didn't learn the stuff that you know until much later in life, and dang, it's like we really, really would like, I'm trying to see what that, I can't figure, oh, I see what that is. Okay, there, I felt like there was something behind my head there, but it's not. So, sorry about that. So, in any event, I just feel like, you know, teaching what you know to them now so that they have that opportunity to live life, you know, live their soul purpose sooner than most of us have been able to. Okay, so we have Angel Opal, and so there must be some concern around your children, because Angel Opal is coming in as well, and Angel Opal is wanting to let you know that your kids are being cared for, right? So, and this can be, you know, for those of you that have had miscarriages or have lost children, they're wanting to let you know that the angels are taking care of your children, okay, on the other side. And so all is well, right? They are being cared for by God and the angels. And I, interestingly, when I sat down, before I came down to do, because I do these readings and I have an office in my basement, and before I came down to do the readings today, I was getting that we were going to have some heaven connection. So I feel like that's going to come through in the deep dive reading. I don't know exactly what that's going to look like, because obviously I haven't shot that one yet, but just so you know, those of you that have lost children, you may want to look at that, or just, you know, here's the other thing, you don't have to watch my readings, obviously. It's helpful. I think sometimes it's helpful to get that outer perspective, but you can always connect with people that have passed over on your own as well, by just thinking of them, and they're there, right? So that's the other piece of that. All right, and then we have Omega. So this is, again, following up with the Six of Fire. Omega is about a victory. This is a victory card, and so it does talk about your dreams and goals and plans coming to fruition, okay? So really keep working towards them. Keep doing what you're doing, and all will be well. You'll be bringing in the things that you most desire. So that's what we have for you, Sagittarius, for the month of November. If you want more about your relationships, your career, your finances, and your health, make sure to click below to grab your deep dive reading, or check that out if you're interested in the membership. It's less than a cup of coffee a month to join the membership. So obviously I'm not doing it for the money. It's really you know, just something I've been called to do, and it gives you just deeper, more information and specific steps, specific action steps to take to progress through your month with more grace and ease, right? That's the point. We're just trying to be helpful. Okay, so that's what we've got for you. Much love to you, Sages. Hope to see you on the deep dive reading. Take care. Have a great month.